Mhm. Hi, and welcome to Amazing Individuals. I'm your host, Lisa Noble. I'm a Special Olympics athlete and athlete leader. Please join me as we highlight inspiring stories of people with intellectual disabilities and those who support them. Our goal is to break down barriers, challenge stereotypes, and inspire dreams. We'd like to give a huge shout out to our amazing sponsor. Your support helps to share these powerful stories, uplift voices, and remind the world that individuals with intellectual disabilities can achieve anything they set their minds to with the right support. Today, we're absolutely thrilled to welcome Charlie Wilson to our show. He's just not a Special Olympics athlete from Indiana. He's also a member of the Team Indiana soccer team that will be competing in Minnesota at the 2026 USA Games in Minnesota. Charlie, thanks for having us. Thanks for being here.
I am grateful to be here. Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you. So, can you please tell our listeners a little bit about yourself and how you got started with Special Olympics?
Well, my name is Charlie Wilson. I've been in Special Olympics since I was 8 years old. My first sport I ever done was track and field. But other than that, nursing home for activities and all that stuff, I loved it to death. My residents were adorable, caring, and very sweet, especially when I had hard days. They always took care of me. Other than that, I live with, you guys probably know Greg Townsend. He's my caretaker. He helps me out with everything I need help with, like taking me to doctor's appointments and all that stuff, and helping me remember a lot of things that I forget. But other than that, that's kind of it a little bit. But the thing is, some other things you want to know about me. I used to went to Seattle in 2018 for swimming for Team Indiana. The one fun thing about that is that I was the very first member of Team Indiana to get the gold medal for the 200 breaststroke.
Congratulations.
And then the other, why, thank you. The other one was 100 freestyle that I got a gold medal. And then my main event was the IM. The funny story about that was when I went to dive in the water, my goggles came off. I couldn't see any. So I was in 8th place, but for some reason, somebody else accidentally got disqualified somehow. But then I got moved up to 7th place, and that's all that matters to me. At least I got moved up one. So
right, and at least you tried your best too. So
I did. It was a blast. I loved it. It was amazing.
That's good. How did you start? How did you get started with Special Olympics?
My mom actually.
Oh, yeah.
When the Special Olympics that she was in. Sorry, hold
on. That's okay.
Good. Okay.
So you said your mom started you, got you started in Special Olympics. How did that happen?
Well, what she told me is the Special Olympics she was in when she was younger was a little bit different. It kind of was a little bit like this one, but we didn't have the Ripley, Ohio Dearborn Special Olympics. I don't know what it was called back then. I think it might have been called New Horizons.
Okay.
Back in the day. But then they changed the name to Ripley, Ohio Dearborn, since we have like 3 counties with our program. So it's like Ripley, Dearborn, and Ohio. So it's like 3 counties in one. So we're like the biggest delegation. Well, the way that my mom found out about Special Olympics again is when I used to go to East Central High School. That's where I met Greg, and Greg asked me to do 22 laps around, and he got to know me a little bit while we were running. the funny part is I tried to prove that I could do it, but instead I kind of got sick at the end. He's like, wow, I didn't know you can run that fast. But then, other than that, I got checked out to see if I was able to be eligible to play, and that's when I found out my mom found out I had an intellectual disability, and that's the only way. Sometimes people who with intellectual disabilities, the only way to be able to play sports
Mm-hmm.
with a disability. But that's how she got me involved. And she went to my first event for track. And other than that, I kept getting my butt kicked until I got older. So
But at least you had a good
Other-
time, so that's a good.
I
yeah,
had a blast. My
That's
first
good.
time, I had a blast.
That's
It
good.
was amazing.
That's good. So I know you're going to Minnesota for soccer. So how long have you been playing soccer?
Actually, I actually haven't been playing it that long.
Mm.
It was actually my dream when I was in high school to be actually on a soccer team. But the sad thing is I couldn't afford to be on a team because we were having like a lot of problems when I was younger with financial and moving a lot,
Mhm.
going to different schools. It was kind of hard to actually stay in one spot. But after I got out of high school, I started back up in Special Olympics because we kept moving around, and we finally got a place to stay. So swimming, I did a lot of other sports, but then when I found out about the soccer trials, I was like, I'm gonna go for it because like I played out my heart out. Like I started burning up. It was so hot outside. I was about to have a heat stroke. When I got home, my whole body was scorching red. It was like on fire to where I was like overheating. It's like I needed a fan.
Mhm.
But yeah, it was so excited. When I found out about me getting to join Team Indiana is when Katie Hiltz called Greg and said that she wanted to talk to me about something. And the bad thing is about that, I was half asleep when he came
Ah.
and woke me up. I was like, I literally said, "What do you want?" She's like, "Well, somebody's got a very important question for you." I was like, "Fine, I'll get dressed." But then that's when I went in there, and it was Katie on the Zoom call. She couldn't FaceTime or anything because she was
Mhm.
driving. And then she popped a question out of the blue. She asked me, how was I doing? Is everything going okay? And would you like to be a part of Team Indiana? And when I heard those words, I almost bawled my eyes out because I was so excited, even though I was slap happy asleep. But
Mhm.
when I found out and heard those words, it woke me right up to where like I was about to cry, like severely cry. But she said on the other side of the phone that when she seen me almost cry, she wanted to cry because of how excited I was.
Mhm. Well, that must have been. I can imagine how exciting that moment must have been for you. So, uh, who do you think has been your biggest supporter in your journey to the USA Games?
There's a few people that I would greatly appreciate and want to thank. There's our new delegation coordinator, her husband, Greg Townsend, that's upstairs, the caretaker. I also been doing swimming on the side and track. So I want to thank Coach David and Coach Jesse, who's been trying to keep me with my cardio up in the pool. So they're trying to keep my stamina, work on my cardio to like for swimming. I'm using my whole body. Track, I'm running to use my legs so I can get used to my legs. But I want to thank all of them and everybody in Special Olympics that's been supporting me.
Oh, that's terrific. It sounds like you have a good support system. So,
I
um,
do. They've been pushing me, so that's the part of wanting to get better at what you're doing.
That's good. How have you and your teammates supported each other through this journey?
Well, right now we are going to try to meet hopefully next month a lot. It's just right now it's been a little bit difficult since they're in a different delegation. So they're in DeKalb. I'm in Ripley, Ohio, Dearborn, and we have two other people that's from different counties, but they're a little bit closer to DeKalb than I am. We're we work sorry. We are supposed to have 3 soccer games, but the sad thing is I'm not going to be able to make it to those soccer games, which is understandable because it's a 3 hour and a half away from where I'm at. And it's at a certain time, like I think it's at 6 that we like do some practicing, and then we have like 2 games back to back, and then we won't get back until like maybe 1 in the morning
Mm.
from there. 'Cause since it's 3 hours and a half away, it'll take us 3 hours back, and we'll be at home by 1 a.m. in the morning.
Alright.
But I won't be able to make it to those 3, but I will be making it to the ones that are a little bit closer, just 2 hours away. But I'm excited. I can't wait to see them again and see how their practices have been going. I've been trying to keep them updated on mine as well. I've been taking pictures of my watch that I've been doing to let them know that I've been doing my cardio in the pool all the time. You can come in, Greg, if you want, and say hi. Oh no, he just walks away.
Oh,
Okay.
that's okay. What challenges of other than not being able to play those 3 games? Is there any other challenges that you faced during your training, and how have you overcome them?
It's not really that hard. I understand that I'm not going to be able to make it, which my coach understands too, because it happens. We all have to do our part. But he knows I'm doing some goalie training, which is good. So where I can get myself better at being a goalie, since that's the main part I'm doing, since I'm kind of the main deal of trying not to get the ball into the goal, you know what I mean? As best I can. I know I might make a little bit of a mistakes, but all I can do is try.
Yeah, that's all. That's what all you can ask anybody. So, what does it mean to you to represent Indiana at the USA Games in Minnesota?
It means a lot because I want to show people with intellectual disabilities that they're able to do anything that people with non-disabilities can do. It's just like some people in school who want to play sports are not eligible supposedly because nobody believes in them. But when it comes to like Special Olympics for like Team Indiana or the USA Games, it's the only way to prove to people that's non-disability that we can do anything they can do. So I am very grateful to be a part of Team Indiana and to prove everything I can to show those people that we are worthy of being a part of anything like they are.
I like that actually. That's what we always tell people, even the ones that are on our team. We always tell people that it might take you a little bit longer to learn something, or you might have to modify something, but you can still do what everybody else can do. So
Yes, that's my motto because I do have a hard time and I do learn very slowly. When I started soccer goalie training, I still got a little bit forgetting a lot, but they help me like do little by little each time, and it helps me get a lot more better to remembering by little each step that they teach me.
right, that's a good thing. So, is there like an athlete, celebrity, or leader that has inspired you the most?
There are a couple of celebrities because I do love music and it means a lot to me and it's a passion, which I've been kind of slacking on and need to get back to. But my favorite people that inspired me was there are like a few. There's Luke Bryan, Miley Cyrus, I'm trying to remember a couple more. Dolly Parton is a main one because she had a lot going on when she was a kid and she toughened up to be the person she is now.
Oh,
And
those
I
are
know
good ones.
there is a celebrity. I seen a movie about something. I don't know who it was, but it was talking about a father that had a disability to where people think they weren't able to take care of a child.
Mm.
And guess what? He took care of a child, and that inspired me when I watched that. Because when I watched it this morning, it made me cry because I could kind of relate because I got told something a long time ago about that, saying that I wouldn't be able to take care of the child because I couldn't take care of myself. But
Mm.
I'm very inspired by that one person who played that part as a dad.
Well, that's good. Yeah,
It was, yeah.
yeah, I always tell people that you prove you prove people wrong, and that they have their own biases, and but it's your choice to if you want to prove them wrong or not. So,
Yes,
so that yeah,
that's the right way to do it.
yep,
Show them that you got the courage.
exactly. So, do you have any pregame rituals or things you do to get ready? And what is your favorite song to listen to that gets you pumped up to play?
Um, there are some rituals which I try to do my best at is doing like breathing exercises. So like when I get nervous, there are um there are days like when I'm playing a game, like let's for instance, like basketball. My heart starts pounding, like my whole body starts shaking. But what I usually do for that is I just try to think that there's nobody in front of you, there's nobody going to push you around or anything. Just think that, take a deep breath, and then my body starts calming down. Or maybe like count to 10 or think of a song popping in your head to where you can avoid all distractions around you.
That's good. That's good. Um, what are some of your goals or yeah, for this year's games?
I did forget to answer that one question in my song, by the way.
Oh, that's okay.
I
Yeah,
forgot.
so if you want to, no, that's okay. If you want to, answer that as
My
well, go
favorite
ahead.
song, my favorite song, by I'm trying to remember her name because she was at the games last year. The Brave song.
Oh, Sarah Bareilles. Yes.
Yes, that's one of my favorite songs, and there is I don't know what the other one is, but that's the one for right now. Is Let's Be Brave.
Mm.
It's a really amazing song. It empowers athletes. It makes them focus and think they can do anything by just being themselves.
Yep, I agree. I always like listening to that song when before I try to listen to that's one of them that I listen to. So
Yeah.
um so yeah, what is your goal for this year's games?
Well, my goal for these year's games, is to try to work my hardest as best I can, and also to try to make my team proud. And I don't want to let them down.
Well, those are good goals, and I think, we always tell people every time we compete, like even if it's with our team sports, we always tell them, as long as you do your best and have fun, that's all anybody can ask of you. So, and
Yep, that's
we always also say that you're already a winner because you got this far. So,
true. That is
yeah,
true.
yeah. So, what things do you like to do outside of Special Olympics?
Um, I'm not gonna lie, I am kind of a game nerd. I play
Yeah.
Call of Duty all the time, sometimes, maybe Fortnite. I do listen to music. I also sing. I go on TikTok live. If anybody ever sees me, I try to do a gaming session while I'm singing songs just for fun of it, which I know people don't stay because who we're not all perfect, you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Mm-hmm.
But it's it's just that kind of stuff that makes a lot of difference. It's the singing that keeps you going, the gaming that keeps you focused when you're having a rough day, the motivation mostly.
Mhm. So you're into big. Do you do any like 2K sports, or are you just basically like Call of Duty fan and Fortnite?
I'm not. I don't play the sports game. I rather just do like I those games I really don't get because it's not like anything that's action related.
Mm-hmm.
I need to just like focus myself because all you do is you just like if you're playing basketball, move the basketball person to one spot and then just switch to the other person and then try to make a shot. And if you miss, it's like game over.
Right, right.
But like when you're playing Call of Duty, it's just you're just having fun. You're hanging out, getting to meet a lot of people because those sport games are actually mostly sometimes single players and you don't have any reaction with other people around. So
I understand that. I understand it. I have to admit, I've never played Fortnite. I've heard it was a really good game, but I mostly play like sports games like MLB The Show and stuff like that. So I should try it sometime though. So.
I do play other games like Resident Evil and something that has like RPG, like role play and
Mm-hmm.
all that in it.
Oh, that's good. So, what does inclusion mean to you?
Inclusion means that is a place where people belong. Inclusion also means that they don't have to feel like they have to give up just because somebody says so, and that they don't have to feel like they're not, so they don't have to feel like they're not included because we're all human, we all come together, and we all are inclusive with one another to try our best.
I like that. So that's a really good meaning for that. I think inclusion basically, whenever I ask people that, it seems like it means something different to everybody, which is not an issue. That's a good thing. So, but thank you. What would you say to your fans that are cheering you on in Minnesota?
I would like to say thank you guys so much for being here and being a part of all of our lives to get to see what we improved on and what we reached our goals to be. And we love you guys for all the support. And it really just means a lot to us. It like tells you that you guys care.
Thank you, Charlie, and for all that, and thanks so much for taking the time to talk with me today. And you're absolutely amazing for being able to play soccer on the national level. And I can't wait to meet you in person because when I go to Minnesota and hopefully we can talk again on our show to see how you guys did. And then we'll celebrate your awesome accomplishments that you did there. So, um, before I go, I wanted to thank again our amazing sponsor for supporting this podcast. Your generosity helps us share these incredible stories like Charlie's and continue to highlight amazing individuals from all around the world. We are truly thankful for your belief in us and our mission. So, and if you enjoyed this episode, please be sure to subscribe, follow, like, and share this with all your friends and family. Your support will help us continue breaking down barriers. And if you'd like to be a guest or know someone we should feature, please visit our website and connect with us. Together, we are building a more inclusive world, one story at a time. And remember, people with intellectual disabilities can accomplish whatever they want with the right supports. We'll see you next time on Amazing Individuals.